Alright, so what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel, man. It's your boy, and for this video I actually wanted to give you guys a first look at the brand new uniform for Green Goblin Norman Osborn, the Dark Avengers Iron Patriot uniform, because I had a couple of you guys hit me up on Discord asking if this thing is a must buy. Does it completely transform the character? Do you need it? So that's what we're going to be talking about and showcasing today. What are the pros and cons of this uniform? Now, let me go ahead and show you guys where I have the uniform sitting right now, and then we'll take a look at the uniform bonus and all that jazz. So, as you can see right here for the uniform bonus, it changes a couple different effects: the Goblin suit, the Oz formula, and the Goblin King. And it also gives him 10% chain hit damage, which is really nice. So if you want to, a CTP of energy will work really well on him. I did try him out on the APK and he did work with that, and I think on the live server here, I think that's the best CTP you would want to give him. I think rage might be too expensive for this guy in particular, because what he is, at least right now in this suit, is a villain version of somebody like Nick Fury. He has a really good leadership now and a very good support passive. Both his passives are actually really good, but his tier 2 passive buffs the team a la Mystique, maybe Mystique, Taskmaster, along those lines, right? His 1 skill, not very good. 2 skill, not very good, but it does have a HP shield. It's kind of reminiscent of the older Iron Man uniforms. However, the kind of really big negative that I have with the character is they gave him a 30% HP shield. It's on a skill that you don't really use that much, and I feel like a recovery skill would be better than an HP shield in most cases, because this shield is going to be penetrated by pretty much all of the world bosses, and ideally that's where you're going to be using him. Now, because he has this passive, this means you can use him in PvP content, PvE content, and his leadership will buff all of the Dark Avengers. Okay, however, it's not as good as it could be right now because only a couple characters have the Dark Avengers tag. We're still waiting on a uniform for Scorpion that turns him into Venom, and we're also waiting for a uniform for Dakin that also turns him into Wolverine, and hopefully give them the Dark Avengers tag that he currently has. They also buffed the Goblin suit, so as you can see right here, he has 30% energy attack, which is very nice, plus 25% increase to skill damage and bonus damage. Very good, right? So 60% all attack here, 30% here. That's 90% more attack stats that this guy has right away as soon as you put him in battle, and then he has another 40% here to villain and hero. So very big buff for this character compared to where he was before, where this was his best uniform and the most you could hope to do with him was Shadowland. If you take a look at his Goblin suit effect, immunity to Sneer, that's good for the Blade Twisters and World Boss, but he never ever was good for World Boss with this suit. So definitely a big transformation. If you like Green Goblin as a character, this is going to be the only way you can play him in like 2020 content, right? However, his main role is going to be a leadership for somebody like Sentry, right? Or maybe whoever else gets the Dark Avengers tag in the future. Can he do damage? And on his own, is this uniform worth buying if you don't need another leadership / support type character? The short answer is I don't think so, right? His damage is good, his survivability is decent, but overall the majority of what this guy does is buff other characters, Dark Avengers specifically, right? His skill set sets up really nicely where if you want to, you can do something like this, right? You can go, okay, he has to flex when he comes in. You can go 3, you can go 5, and then you can go 4, and you get a nice bit of burst damage. However, this third skill right here, if you're using a CTP of energy, it's gonna trigger your proc early, right? However, you still want to use the third skill at the very least, because if you take a look at the third skill, you'll see that it says increase damage by 40% for 2 attacks, and the 2 attacks that you want to buff is the 5 and the 4 because they do the most amount of damage. Unfortunately, you can't get the damage from the third skill, because if you sit in the third skill for too long, see, the damage proc activates right away, right? But if you sit in the third skill for too long, those missiles will trigger your damage proc before you can get to your fourth skill. The cool thing about your 5th skill is if you let it play out, you get the nice safety of an iframe, but you ideally don't want to. By the way, he flexes on people at the end there. So for me, I would just say get the proc, cancel it, go right into the 5, cancel the 5 into the 4, and hopefully your damage proc will line up perfectly on your 4 skill and you'll still get the damage, right? Another cool thing about this guy is the defense down on his is his 4 skill, right? Unfortunately, this is where they kind of fell short for me. I think they should have given him 70% defense down. I know it's a lot to ask for, but yeah, without a heal, he needed to have really good burst damage to stand out on his own, to basically draw in people that wouldn't buy this uniform just for the leadership / support tag. Because at this point, I think we have a good amount of leaderships per se, especially specific leaderships. Maybe we need a couple more of these, but again, this only applies to Dark Avengers, right? So if you don't see yourself building Dark Avengers, this is an easy skip uniform. So if they wanted to make him more appealing, they should have given him more defense down on this skill right here, to compensate for the fact that he's gonna die very easily. He doesn't have a heal, and you're gonna need to use him with somebody like Anti-Venom to give him some healing. Overall, a very big upgrade for a character that was not used at all, right, previously. But I think this is gonna fall short for a lot of people until he gets an awakening or a tier 3. I think for somebody like Green Goblin or Norman Osborn, I think an awakening is the most we can hope for him. Not saying that's gonna come this update, but at some point in the future, right? Or maybe another uniform. But I think this uniform did bring something unique and I guess valuable to the game. I was hoping that they would go a little bit further, but it does fit thematically that the people that he's buffing are the Dark Avengers, right? That's what I was asking for him. I wanted him to be basically the Nick Fury, but they made it so he was the Nick Fury for Dark Avengers characters only. So we're gonna jump in here into a little bit of War Boss action. The beautiful thing about him is because he's a self-buffing lead, you can use him as the lead. He also has his own passive that applies to himself because he is a Dark Avenger. And then we have Shuri and Valkyrie off to the side there. And then we're going to run him with these strikers right here. And of course, we're going to run him with Anti-Venom. The beautiful thing about Anti-Venom is because Venom with this new, I guess, symbiote uniform now applies defense down and is greater than the defense down that Green Goblin has. You don't have to worry about this defense down overlapping with yours and making yours worse. In fact, this is even more beneficial for you. So let me show you guys a little bit of what his damage looks like. He's not the safest character to play, and one really big fault with the character is he gets guard broken a lot on his forward skill because it requires him to stand in place when he's firing off that unibeam. So he kind of needed super armor as well. That's another thing I can say. Right away, I know some of you guys are going to ask, well, if that's the case, can't you just give him immunity to guard break? You can. It's still going to happen. Certain attacks in this game can guard break you even if you have immunity to guard break. And that's just what it is. Certain attacks you have to have super armor specifically to avoid being guard broken by it. Alright? And in this situation right here, some of the attacks that Cull Obsidian does, even his basic attacks where he's just swinging that blade, you need super armor to tank it. So it's just kind of a bummer. Okay, we got guard broken there. This is why I wanted them to just basically make him a Nick Fury clone, to be honest. Because Nick Fury gives super armor, so if he had super armor, he wouldn't be guard broken. And he's in a suit of armor, right? So it makes sense thematically, like he should have super armor. So like the Blade Twister would guard break me there, and the purple attacks actually penetrated and did a bunch of damage to me. Also, one good thing, well, one good thing about him is the forward skill immunity is instant and it lasts for the entire duration of the skill, so it's fairly safe unless, you know, something penetrates immunity. So you have enough time to get the skill off and get the heck out of dodge. So I gotta give them kudos on that. He's safe. He's pretty easy to play. Oof. Okay. Okay, so you're gonna go into his next phase. That's fine. Let's stay down here. I wish he had like paralysis on the 5th skill or something while they were bombarding the enemy with... Ooh, that was not a smart idea. Okay, that's the first time I've seen that happen. Somebody just charged out of the thing. That I guess that shows why it would have been a good idea to give paralysis on his 5th skill, because then that wouldn't happen. I basically spoke it into existence. I've literally never seen that happen before. Okay, I got guard broken and head rocked and almost killed. If we had gotten caught by the blade twister there, dead. So dead I wasn't even alive. Ever. Look how much damage we just did there. That's because for the first time ever, part of the skill didn't get guard broken. Like, he would be so much stronger if he had super armor, because nothing would guard break your rotation. You would just go boom, boom. See right there at the end where he's gonna fire off the unibeam, that got guard broken, so we lost like a bar worth of damage. Again, I know 40 isn't the highest stage ever, but he's only 62, guys. Oof. No! Nice. We at least got off the unibeam. Okay, we're not gonna attack here because he's just gonna spin at the end after he does all these guard break attacks. Alright. We do that. And then, of course, he jumps off the map. Kick. This guy, bro. So, guard break me. Oh, nice. We got the fort from the team up, but it's not on the proc. Any of the procs, so the damage is not very good. Okay, that was a decent amount of damage there. Okay, we should be able to get him here if we don't get guard broken. And he ran out of it. Oh boy. All right, we got him though. Blast him. There we go. So decent damage on him. He's fairly easy to play. He is missing a few things though. If he had super armor, he would be better because he wouldn't be guard broken that much. And if he had a heal built in, we wouldn't need to run him with anti-venom to help him stay alive. Besides that, I think he's overall a good character, right? But I think his main role, his main function is going to be as a leader / support for the Dark Avengers. And that's essentially what he is in the comics. So it's kind of accurate, but it is what it is. Let's jump into another match here and see how he does. We're going to try him out against Corvus Glaive. See if he can do a 60. We're going to go with 4 ignore dodge strikers, and we're going to go with anti-venom. I think it might be better to go with 3 actually. Let's do this. So Scarlet Witch, right? Yeah, 3 ignore dodge, and then we have healing and defense down. Let's see how he does with this. So we have crowd control to help keep the enemy in place and have him not get guard broken as much. And then we have the healing from anti-venom. So we're gonna go 3, 5, 4, and then blast. I wish we could choose what we get from the team up. For him, his team up seems to be very random, and also my proc was very off there. That's not very common. That's very strange, actually. Usually it's pretty much on the money. Alright, so you know what? Let's not have him get caught up in any of these shenanigans. Okay, good. Teleport, my guy. You forgot what you're supposed to do. Thank you. Do that. We do that. What are we gonna get for the fort? Oh yeah, nice. We get, okay. So it seems like it's a choice between his 2 and his fort for the co-op with this particular setup. Okay. Let's go 3. A little too early. Oh, we're too far off. Ouch. So I started the skill a little too far away, and because of that I wasn't able to cancel. Alright, so let's go 3, 5, 4. Perfect. We do 4 again just because. Then we go 3. We go 5. We go 4. Perfect. Just because he's mind control, we could use the 1 there. Probably would have been better to use the 2 though. He interrupted. Ooh, oh boy, that was bad. I might get stabbed here. I might die. I did get stabbed. I didn't die. Somehow. I don't know why I thought that was a good idea. I don't know why I thought that was a good idea, guys. I have issues. Alright. Yeah. At least we get anti-venom to come out. Is he still gonna? Yep, he's still gonna do that. I was gonna do this. Beautiful. Unfortunately, we didn't get the forward skill as the co-op there. Can we get some mind control? Yep, there we go. I don't want him to do that attack where he stabs us, so I'm trying to push him into the next phase. There we go. The 2 is pretty quick and snappy, so Scarlet, please. Hello, thank you. Oh wow, the blade twister broke the forward skill. Okay, hold on, no. I got hit with a time freeze, so that threw everything off. Well, not everything, that threw me off a little bit, so I wasn't able to stop him from doing that. No mind control. Well, we got it now, but it's kind of late. Oh boy, he gonna die. Okay, we lucked up. Ooh, no. Whew. Bro, Norman tanked. Hello. All right. Whew, the mind control helps him so much. Oh boy. Oh no. Oh man, I got him killed. I thought I saw red. I saw red and I thought that was Scarlet Witch coming out to mind control, so I didn't tag him out. Anyways, man, so this is gonna be it for my first look at the, I guess, Iron Patriot uniform for Green Goblin or Norman Osborn, whatever you guys want to call him. It's a good upgrade, but like I said at the beginning of the video, he's mainly a leadership and a support character. So if that's not what you're looking for, you can easily skip over this uniform, especially if you don't see yourself completing the epic quest and getting Sentry. By the way, this is what I had on him. All defense, not the best, but I wanted to see if immunity to guard break would stop me from being guard broken on the armored assistance, and unfortunately that was not the case. Okay, I need super armor for that.